Are we going
We're
live?
live.
We're live. We're talking about love already. Here you are with us.
Hi guys, I'm Rachel. You know me, you're my Facebook friend. This is a fun, casual conversation I'm having today. No one's on it yet, but hopefully you'll tune in.
Yes.
This is my new friend Junie Moon, who actually lives kind of near me.
Oh my God, we could see my house from her place. It's just so wild.
Yes, we're in the lovely Montclair, New Jersey. I'm originally a Jersey girl, and I've been in the city for a long time, and I moved back, so I'm back in the area. So people are joining. This is so exciting.
Here. I don't have my glasses.
Wow. Okay.
Glasses. I'll be back.
Lisa, hi. Okay, so we're gonna have a talk today. I really haven't done one of these Facebook Lives in a very long
Let's see
time.
who's here.
But I have a good excuse.
All your friends.
To do it. All my friends. So we should dive right in since they're here, because I know people's attention spans are very short these days. So we'll promise not to make this boring. I mean, we're talking about love. So
I don't think it's possible to be boring about love and dating and all the wild things that happen in people's lives.
Well, they know who I am. Why don't you just very briefly introduce yourself?
Okay, great. So I'm Junie Moon, and I am a love mentor and inner critic tamer. And basically what I do is I help people get out of their own way so that they can actually have the love of their life. And I help them know that love is possible. And my sweet spot is midlife love.
Midlife love is challenging. I see a lot of midlife struggles, as a matchmaker, because I have clients that have coming to me after being in a marriage for like 20 years, and it's a completely different ball game now.
Oh yeah, like we didn't have online dating when we were younger. We're not in college anywhere where we can just go down to the classroom and make eye contact with the cute person across the way. It's like,
there was no text messaging, so that changed the whole dynamic. Obviously, there were no dating apps. I mean, even when I started my career in the love industry 14 years ago now, there was Match.com, and there was still like a stigma of people meeting online, like, oh, I met him online.
To this day, still people go, they'll be with somebody and I'll go, oh, how'd you meet? Online. There's like this. That's the way to do it, though. I mean, at least that's one of the ways to do it.
It's so normal in my world. I mean, with these dating apps, everyone's on these dating apps. I met my last boyfriend on Bumble. Don't tell anyone. But
delete.
Everyone's always asking, like, what dating app is best? What matchmaker? What should I do? I think the truth is you can meet someone great anywhere.
Absolutely.
But what we want to talk about today is when you meet that person, how do you not mess it up, right?
Absolutely.
That's what's key, because I always say it's one thing to match people, and I really enjoy matching people, but I also love holding their hand and coaching them along the way, because otherwise my work is in vain and they sabotage.
Oh my God, I know, that's the big deal. It's like, here you are helping people find the love of their life, and then suddenly they're realizing all their old stuff is coming up, and then they act in a way that sabotages and messes up a potentially really great thing.
So we know men sabotage too. Sorry guys, if any of my clients are listening, I know you sabotage, but we're focused on women today. But I'm glad that there's men that are watching this too, because it helps them to understand the female perspective. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. In fact, we have this event coming up. She's coming to my event. It's called Find Fabulous Love. And we have a dating panel. And one of the people on the dating panel is Mike Goldstein. And
Hi, Mike. Hi, Mike. My friend Mike is on every panel with me.
And he's our token guy that's coming to the event, because we want a man's perspective, and men need to know the female perspective. And we see things differently. So yeah, it's a whole interesting journey, this dating world.
Yes, I like the whole he said, she said version. But I mean, since we're two females here, we're talking about the ladies. How about we both just share with everyone what we see getting in the way as professionals in the love industry? Yep. Like, what do you think? I'll let you go first.
And if you have any questions, jot them in comments. Yes. We'll be happy to address them. So I'm going first?
Yeah, go first.
With the biggest challenge in the dating world?
What are the biggest challenges? I mean, I like to call them limiting beliefs. I don't know if people sit there, as you pointed out earlier, and think about, oh, I have this limiting belief that's getting in the way of love, or a love block. But I think that there are things that women are doing, and a lot of it starts here. It's in their head. Their behaviors are affected by what they think, and it's actually very sad. I don't know the statistic, but we think the same thoughts like 90% of the day.
Oh yeah.
So if you have destructive, negative thoughts, you're really in your own way. So, so maybe we could start with that.
Well, one of the things I hear so often, especially with women over 40, is that they're in a different body now. They're not in their 20-year-old body. They're not in their 30-year-old body. So there's a belief that says, who's going to love me now? Or who's going to want me in this size body now? So that's a biggie. It's just like self-esteem, you know, knowing that women they're not comfortable, you know, overall, like with this new stage, because it is such a new arena. You know, they don't know what to do in a lot of ways. So there's the limiting belief of their body. There's the limiting belief of, is there somebody that actually can meet me in this new place that I'm at now, with who I am now, with the children, with, you know, with my job. I mean, there's a lot of blocks that have them thinking that this is really hard. And just thinking that it's really hard, or that they're not going to meet somebody that will be a match for them, that's going to be a healthy relationship, then people are closing their hearts down. They're limiting what they're doing out to, like, reach out to meet people, and they're shutting down. And that to me is the sad thing. Is there's so much love out there, and there's great people, but what's going on? What's going on in between the ears is hindering us to open up to love.
Yeah, it actually is very sad, like with the physical that you're speaking of. And I always talk about this because I work in a very superficial world sometimes with the men that I work with. I always say they're such visual creatures, and I do notice the pressure that the women feel on the other end to be able to look and maintain a certain kind of image. And that changes, as you point out, throughout the life cycle. You know, what if someone is going through pregnancy, for instance, and she's not feeling as sexy, and she's putting on a lot of weight, or she's not feeling like desire anymore. I think there's that kind of like unconscious belief, oh, he's not gonna want me anymore. Like, he's gonna be turned off by me. Right? So I have to look a certain way, or whatever. We're just so caught up in like our weight, and, you know, the messages from society and what do men want. And I think, like, yes, there are men that are attracted to certain types, but all different men like all different types as well. There's not necessarily one standard of beauty.
And same for women. I mean, I'm attracted to so many different types of men. You know, it's not just one type, you know, for me personally, but there are certain things that I move toward more, and not everyone is going to float my boat, you know. And
women have to get that out of their head, that they're not going to look a certain way, and no one's going to want me if I'm 10 pounds more. I mean, it's about confidence, right?
Absolutely, it is about confidence. And what I share a lot is the wiring we've had. You know, all the experiences that you've had throughout your dating world, people telling you things. Like, I was just doing a Facebook Live the other day. It was something I hadn't shared with my tribe, which was when I was in my 20s. I had just had sex with my boyfriend, and here I am, vulnerable and naked, and he says to me, you know, if you lost 15 pounds, you'd look really cute and hot.
Oh my gosh. That's terrible. I'm glad he's an ex.
You're right. That's what someone said. Like, get rid of him right away. And so that was just one moment of many moments in my life where the culture told me I was supposed to look a certain way. Men told me my thighs were too big, or whatever it was. And so I bring with me all these experiences, and then how on earth am I going to be comfortable? How am I going to have confidence having all that inside of me unconsciously, all the things that I've experienced? And so the confidence is a big deal. So we have to kind of get to the root of, where did we lose it? Why do we believe this? And so the work is about undoing that, so that we could know, you could know, that you're perfect and beautiful just as you are. Healing is possible, and someone's going to love you just as you. But it starts with you, you know, it starts with us.
It does, and we hear all these self-love messages, and people kind of like poo-poo like that. Poo-poo, I get that, but you do really have to feel good about yourself before you can attract the right person for you. And this actually is another limiting belief, though. Sometimes people are not really ready for love because they think that they have to be more perfect. Like, oh no, I have to earn this amount of money. I have to be settled in this job. I need this car. are.
Who's gonna like me with this?
Who's gonna like me? I need this
Mm-hmm.
Botox. I need to do like it's. There's always more.
There's
right?
always something.
You have to accept your imperfections, and then someone else will, because that's what love is about, right?
Exactly.
Having that vulnerability. So if you always have this mask on, then that gets in the way because you think you're not lovable.
I know.
And that's maybe like one of the biggest limiting beliefs that I see with women. They actually don't think that they deserve real love.
Yeah.
So they settle. And the reason they think they don't deserve real love is because they're used to putting up with the crumbs,
Right.
the little like breadcrumbs of attention from some man that they think that's who they want and they think that's who they should be with because they have this big checklist, right? So what I've been saying to women lately is that I don't care about the checklist. Like, get rid of the checklist because he can fit everything. But if he's not treating you well and you're not feeling loved, then none of that even matters at all. Because you're never going to feel good enough in the relationship. Yep,
totally. You know, going back to the whole self-love, and I know people poo-poo it a lot, you know, like, well, what, I just want somebody. And it really does come from inside, because if somebody comes to you and says you're beautiful, or I want you, or I love you, and you're special, and you don't believe it, you can't receive it. And how on earth are you going to have deep, healthy intimacy where you can actually relax and be vulnerable with this person if you can't relax inside yourself? So it's a yes and. It's like we want to be out there. We don't want to be, okay, I've got to, you know, master this self-love confidence thing before I go out there. I need to lose this weight before I go out there. It's a yes and. It's like, yes, keep doing the work. Keep seeing what is slowing you down and what your fears are. Heal it, work with it while you're finding love with matchmakers and online dating and things like that.
Yes, and let's agree that love does not need to happen the way that you think it does in your head, ladies.
Yes. Fairy tales have messed us up. You know, like here comes the night. It's like, that's not going to happen. Or not in the way that it is in the fairy tales.
I mean, what I sort of brought up before when we were doing this initially, I see a lot of women blocked because they don't want to do certain things to meet people. They're like, oh, I don't want to go to bars. Oh, I hate online dating. I did it. It doesn't work. Well, it does work for some people.
And if you have the tools, like Mike Goldstein, he's got some wicked tools on how to navigate online dating. There's, you know, we don't just jump into these things, you know, well, we can, but then we don't know how to, you know, how to navigate it. So
but
we have experts.
It doesn't really matter where you meet the person as long as you meet the person, right? And then it doesn't even matter how it happens. It doesn't really matter if you date for a year and then you get engaged and then you take a year and then you travel and then you have a kid.
There are no rules.
There's no rules. And we're saying this, well, there's some rules. There is some rules.
Yeah, there are some rules. There are some rules.
People would argue with that. But yeah, this is going to be fun, actually, this event that I'm happy to be participating just in a couple weeks.
I'm so glad, because we have that dating panel and you're one of the amazing people on it, so I'm excited.
Thank you. I mean, I think that we're going to be speaking to women that are midlife, right? So like 40s, 50s. Well, I mean, they are just probably walking around with a ton of limiting beliefs. Because when you're 21 or 22 and you've only like had your heart broken once, if at all, it's a lot easier to be vulnerable and open and loving. But like, you know,
we've lived a lot. We've had our hearts crushed. We've had our betrayals
and divorces and kids and the changes and everything. So I'm really excited to see what type of advice I can give these ladies.
No, I'm excited. I'm really excited because, you know, I see such amazing women and they're struggling, you know, they're lonely or they're just wanting somebody, but they just aren't figuring out how to get out there, or they're just holding themselves back because they're just friggin' scared, you know? So to create this 2-day where we can kind of look at what are the beliefs and move through some of them and to learn or relearn love is possible, love is out there, and that, you know, it's not too late to love. And so with your tools and my tools, it's going to be an amazing event.
Well, this almost sounds like an ending of our video, but I have one more thing to say. How can I not say it? Because all these light bulbs are going off in my head. I mean, unless anyone has any questions, you guys can write in. Like, we'll answer them. But my thing is limiting belief that I see a lot. Women in midlife think there are no good men left.
Yes.
That's a huge one.
Often.
They think all the good ones are taken. Oh, he hasn't been married and he's 50. What's wrong with him? That's the first thing that they tell me. And the other thing is, ladies, you all think that you look a lot younger than you do. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm out of here.
I'm sorry. You think you look young, okay? You do not look young, most of you. That's so mean. People are going to hate me for saying this, but I have to say, women will tell me that they don't want to date 10 years older. Once they hit 40 or 45, they're like, I'm not dating a 55-year-old. But yeah, when they were 30 or 35, it was no problem.
Yeah.
So they often tell me that they don't feel their age, which I
right. There's something to be said about energy.
And we take care of ourselves as women, and we actually really are active, and we have so much going on. A lot of us are super women, so I get it if you don't feel your age, and maybe you don't look your age. Hopefully, if you're physically taking care of yourself, but you still are your age.
and to embrace that you are your age.
You should embrace that you're your age and not feel that you have to be young and all this stuff, and not limit yourself thinking that a man of a certain age is going to be old, or there's going to be some kind of generational difference.
Even more.
Because I find that a lot of men are very young-minded. They're little boys still. Their inner child is out and about, and they want to play. So, don't think that you should judge someone by their age. And really, it's the biggest matchmaker's joke. I mean, if you're in our world, it's so funny. I mean, some look younger, but most are just, they look their age, and they're their age. Embrace your age. Date your age. Date a little older than your age. If you want to date younger, okay, that's fine too.
I want to add to what you said about there are no good men out there, because what I find is, if you haven't done the inner work, if you haven't looked at some of your beliefs and how you are approaching this stage of life, there's a good chance you're meeting the same people over and over again, the same qualities, because you are the same. And so when you're able to shift you will start to meet different people. I mean, I call it next level love. When you're able to rise up inside yourself, to know your value, your worth, what you want, get clear about who you're calling in, and do that, then you will start to see with new eyes, and you will find some pretty amazing men. I have met some amazing men.
There are good men out there.
There are good men out there.
For the women that are seeing another thing, again, what comes to mind, men only want sex, right? That's often what I hear, especially in that age range, because they already have their kids, so they don't necessarily need more kids. They've been married, so they don't have to get married again. So women think, okay, and there are a lot of men that just want sex. Let's be honest.
Well, I mean, don't most men want sex?
But they want sex. Here we go again with the and. They want sex and they may want companionship, and they may want real love, and they want like a partnership. So don't assume that they just want sex, even if they're talking about sex initially. Like they'll shut up after they have sex. I'm just laughing. But no, the truth is that there are men that want a variety of different relationships, and I think our job as coaches is to help women to identify those men. And you know what? If that's all someone wants, then you see those red flags as a woman and walk away. Know your deal breakers. Know what is important to you, and to not throw somebody out right away just because there's something like, they seem like they only have sex on the brain. They just might think you're hot, and they might just want to be with you, but they also might like some other things, and maybe they're just not expressing themselves in a way that's resonating. I mean, it's just such a quick swipe right, swipe left, such a disposable culture. And to your point before, I think a woman needs to look at herself. So, if I am only attracting men that want sex, I'm not saying I'm doing anything wrong. Maybe I'm just hot. I don't know. And you are. Thank you. I might change teams. No, maybe there is something that I'm doing wrong. Like, why am I not? I have to look at myself. Why am I not attracting men that want relationships? Is there something about me that is making them think that this is what I want? And there's nothing wrong with that. And we all have to look at ourselves. It's information. So, very as a coach, as a matchmaker, I mean, this is what we have to help our clients do. And I mean, all of you are obviously not necessarily working with the coach or matchmaker, but I hope you're listening to this and stay open to and applying it to your own life. We're just kind of letting you know our world, how we think, these events that we do, but you can do it yourself. Like, read a book about it. I mean, there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of videos out there. I mean, again, Mike Goldstein, he's got his YouTube station. He's been doing great interviews. I mean, there's a ton out there. So if you really want to have next level love and a great relationship, there's some reflections, some tools to pick up. But also take action on those tools. Because I don't know about you, but I've read a lot of self-help books. And I've improved a lot in my own personal life, but then there's a lot of things that I have all this insight, and unless I have a coach or accountability or can push myself,
we do the same things over and over,
it's just going to
and
be the same pattern. And, you know, in this case, for a lot of you ladies, the same guy over and over again in different packaging. So,
absolutely.
So that's it. So tell us about the event. Once
we have free tickets for you. So it's Find Fabulous Love. It's a 2-day event, including the dating panel and some other guests and my work to help you have a breakthrough in love and know that love is possible. It's May 4th and 5th, and we'll put the link in, but if you're listening, you can go to Coach Junie Moon, Junie, CoachJunieMoon.com/tickets, and you could grab a free ticket. There's a small deposit, seat deposit. You get it back when you come, so there's no financial risk at all, and it's going to be friggin' phenomenal. We're going to have a blast. We're going to have a blast.
And this is good for any ladies in the New Jersey or New York City area. Pass this on to your friends. I will be there, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. So.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be, it's going to be really cool in a lot of ways. A lot of good tools, a lot of fun.
All right, awesome. So thank you for everyone who's been listening, watching us. And if any of you have any questions or comments on this, feel free to message me. If there's anything that I said that resonated with you or you have a question about it, I'm happy to chat. So.
Yeah, and if you're watching the replay, write replay and then post your comments. We'll check it out and we will continue to connect with you.
All right, guys. Have a happy Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye. This is it.
Okay.
I'm shutting it.
All right, bye.
We're done.